Hey guys, welcome back to Walls of CCLP4. We are on level 35 titled Garden of the Sun, which uses the walls of chasing chips. And I got some pretty good news on the front of, well, just basically anything I do on my computer, really. I purchased a brand new keyboard, and I gotta say, it's pretty damn sweet. It's a Razer Ornata Chroma, as the box says on it, and it cost me $100, which is, to be honest, uh, pretty pricey for a keyboard. But considering what this keyboard uh, offers, it's a gaming exclusive type of keyboard. And despite the fact that I don't do any online gaming or really much, the only game I really play on my PC is obviously this game. Maybe a handful of others. But I like it. It lights up as well, and it changes colors. It's pretty cool. I can't even describe it. I'm super happy with it. Plus, I don't think you can hear the key presses like you could with the old one that I was using, but I don't know for sure. So yeah, I was like super excited to like mention that. In regards to this level though, I have played this in the difficulty ordered version of the set, and it's basically a chip collection level, but with a little twist of collecting yellow keys and using them in the corners that chasing chips offered. It's pretty fun though, and these red buttons are, I assume, are there to know the crossing paths of the fireballs. I'm gonna go this way. Okay, so we can only read the hint after we collect everything. Oh, you know, that's happened to me a couple of times in the difficulty version, or the difficulty one I played. I mean, there's some pretty cool monster interactions, but it's kind of annoying to replay it after you dive to one of them, especially when you collect almost everything. But I like these little corner rooms. Like, I assume they're like meant to be like flowers or something, which is interesting because I know there was a crate competition that I want to say I hosted a couple of years ago on CC Zone. It was for the summer, and I know it was like a summer exclusive crate comp that you had to make a level that based on some kind of summer activity like camping or going to the beach or something like that. And I think the winning entry, if I'm not mistaken, I don't remember who won. I want to say off the top of my head it was Marcus, but I remember the level pretty well. It was like it had like formations of like flowers, sort of like this here, which I think is pretty interesting. And there was like a bunch of partial post twists with the level, which I think was a requirement for that particular crate competition, if I remember right. Okay, so I think the 9 I have left is in here. Okay, so since we're closer to the hint, let's go read the hint. Hopefully I don't die because of it. Walls from Chasing Chips. This level sponsored by Yuka Kazami. Whoever that is. Must be a important reference of some kind that I just don't know of. Which I wouldn't be surprised. There's not a whole lot of stuff I know of. Alright, so we get this yellow key, and this allows us to get the fire boots. And then we can exit. And dodge a walker. But the walker is not really much of an issue there. Alright, Garden of the Sun complete. That was pretty fun. I like the level as a collection level. I like how it retained the collection aspect that Chasing Chips had, which I think was pretty cool. Alright, Crystal Glacier is the next level. So this one uses one who raids tombs, it looks like. And it's interesting because I also used the walls of that level, I think before it became a CCLP4 level. I could be wrong, but I want to say that was the case. But the level I made out of it was also, I think this is an island-shaped level if I'm not mistaken. And I know the comments of this level in... Okay, I do have to go this way. I think the comments of this level on Pyguy's site mentioned that the wall construction of this basically kind of required this kind of isolated center formation, and thus basically forced it to become an island of some kind. Okay, do I want another block? I don't see a reason to have another one. Okay, so we're gonna get that red key real quick and then not go that way. We're gonna go this way. And go this way and press a toggle button, I guess, which lets me go in here. But yeah, the level I made that uses this wall's configuration is also an island-shaped level, but is more on the long side of things. I think it's, what did I name it? I think I named it 7th Generation, which is basically a reference to the 7th generation of the Pokemon franchise, which took place on several different islands. And it was... I enjoyed that generation, honestly. I want to say it's my second favorite Pokemon generation of the whole franchise. I know there's not a whole lot of people that watch these videos that are into Pokemon like I am, but I know a couple at least appreciate it. Okay, so we got this walker here, and I just saw my mouse have the little spinny wheel of whatever, and I thought for a moment there that the window is going to go inactive. Okay, what is this? Okay, this kind of reminds me of Block Factory from the original game. Now, whether or not that was the actual inspiration is beyond me, but... it works. Okay, so... did I press the toggle button? I don't remember. Okay, I think I did. Oh, I just go through it. Okay. Okay, you go down there to get the fire boot. And then I use another one for something, I guess, to go to the socket eventually. Okay, so I saw fire down over here, which lets me get these last 4 chips. That was probably one thing about the original one who raids tombs that I wasn't a big fan of. That one chip in that 2x2 room, that It just felt so out of place. I don't know if I'm alone on that, but it just felt that way. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I think I want to collect those. And then I can go back this way. But I want to get to the hint. Where was the hint at again? I don't remember. I think it was on the, what's this do? I don't need a trap to the exit. Is it over this way somewhere? I don't remember. I'm kind of surprised it doesn't allow you to swim outside the area. Okay, I have to lose my stuff to get there. Do I want to do that? I mean, might as well. Walls from one who raids tombs. By the way, it's worth mentioning, if it's not evident enough, this level's title is based on a Spyro 2 level, and I don't remember Spyro 2 all that well. That's my least favorite of the Spyro games, if I have to be honest. Nothing against the game itself. It just, I don't know. It felt like one of those games that just felt like forced as a sequel. I don't know. I still liked it. Don't get me wrong. It's just my least favorite, just based on my experience with it. I prefer 3 in the very first one a whole lot more than the second one, but I still enjoyed the second one. So I think it was Spyro 2 at least that this was in. I don't recall it being a Spyro 3 level title. Anyway, that's besides the point. Plea City is the next level, which uses the walls of both Twisted Chambers and Tropical Hibiscus. But mainly Tropical Hibiscus, which I'm kind of surprised is even in CCLP4, to be honest. So I read on Pie Guy's site again that this, the whole idea behind this level was basically because of the level uses walls from a CCLP3 level as well, and since Twisted Chambers was its own kind of block puzzle level, and then Tropical Hibiscus was a force floor and water level, more or less maze oriented than anything else. Jeffrey said he wanted to give this level its own identity and turned it into a cloners type maze, from what it seems. Okay, so I guess what I want to do here, this is a little weird. What do I want to do with the gliders? All the blocks are on the edges, so I have to, let's try something like that. I have to use the gravel tile. Oh, this is going to create chaos. Oh, what the heck? Okay. It's kind of awkward because the blocks are already on the edges, so I guess something like that will work. Let's just go with that one. Oh, wait. Do that and then that. I'm not sure there's another way to do that. Like, that seems to be the only way. I mean, I guess you could technically flood the room up, but you're more prone to die that way. Okay, what's this? Oh, Lord. One of these rooms, huh? Oh, boy. Okay, let's figure this one out. I'm not a big fan of this room. I'm so over the cloner's maze stuff. It especially doesn't help that the buttons are placed where they are, but I'm not going to hold that against this section. At least I'm going to try not to. I don't think that would be fair. Okay, so I can release another one, or do another one. Okay, so I can do that, get that key. And then, I guess do the same thing again, but have it backtrack. And then that one leaves. That should be okay though, because I don't think I need any more down there. And let's clone 2. Let's see what happens when we do that. Okay, I get 2 more down there anyway. Okay, so I guess that's what I wanted. I gotta get 2 more chips over here. Let me see. Let me clone 2 again. Okay, I get this one. That's good. But how do I get the one right here? That's weird. That's the only real way I can get to it, I think, as too. Okay, I'm just going to clone a bunch. See what happens. Okay, they all got stuck in traps. Yeah, there's that. 2 more. Okay. I don't like that room. I still haven't gotten it? Wow. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I don't like that room, sorry. That I'm over that one. I hope I don't have to replay this. Okay. So we gotta work with a bug cloner now, which is not common. I will give credit for that. It's not common to see a bug cloner. Okay, let me do that. And I'll do something like this. I mean, I made a level titled Robot Bugs that involved a bug cloner, or a bunch of bug cloners, but that was in Josh L3, and, well, we don't talk about Josh L3. Okay, how am I gonna get this one, though? That's a little awkward. The good thing is I can technically use the block as well. Oh no. I thought I could beat that. Oh no, I have to redo that fireball thing again. At least this room is pretty straightforward. It's a little tedious, but it's not. I'm not usually one to complain about tedium. Like, I'm probably one of the few CC players in the community that doesn't really mind tedious levels all that much. Okay, we're just gonna mass clone stuff and just see what happens. Because I don't want to deal with this room. Okay. I got a good chunk of them already, which is good. Do 6. Okay, so the problem is I don't think that's much of an issue though. Okay. Got that. And then oh, it went up. Okay, that went that way. Okay. Hopefully I'm not screwed. I don't believe I am. I don't believe I am. I know it went up in the trap, and I know it's kind of stuck there now. But I think if I mass clone enough, collisions will occur and basically allow for one of these bombs to at least explode. I'm convinced that it went this way. Oh, it went down apparently. The problem is I don't even think I can do both of these at the same time. I think they'll just collide. Okay, so what's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Try 8. Damn, it still went up? Okay, that went that way. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm convinced some collisions are gonna occur. Okay. That blew up. That went that way. Okay. If I do 1... oh, excuse me. My allergies decided to kick in. Okay, so it went down in there. I don't know if I can actually salvage this. I'm just gonna keep cloning and hope for the best. I mean, there's enough water tiles down there. When in doubt, mass clone. Wow, even all that. Even all that cloning. Okay, I don't like that room. Okay, so I got 2. Let's see if I can actually pull this off. Nope. I cannot do 2 at once. That is a little annoying, honestly. That's alright, though. Okay. Do 4. That's a safe number. Two, 3, 4. Two. See, that's the thing. Like, all the buttons are in the path or the fireballs, it seems like. And wow. I mean, yeah, I could be doing this in a really unsystematic way, but I mean, come on. I mean, thankfully it doesn't take that long to get back here, and I'm glad this is the second room, but at the same time, it's the second room. I haven't even gotten past the bug part. Yeah, okay, I'll clone 1. What can I do with 1? Okay, I do that. Clone another one. Do that. So I can't do anything with this fireball there, so I gotta get rid of it. Do that. Fireball's done. It just backtracked, basically. Okay. Do 2. Okay, so it went that way, which is good. Do 2 more. Do 2 more again. Oh my god, come on. Alright. 2, 3, 4. Like, this isn't so much the room that's the issue, it's the button patterns, or the button placements. That's kind of a nuisance. Because every time you clone 2, you have to clone 2 more again, and it just seems really unintuitive to do it that way, in my honest opinion. Okay, I don't want you down that way. Okay, so if I clone 1 and release it, clone another one and release that one, and do that, let it backtrack. Okay. So if I just keep that in mind, Should be okay. Okay, so only cloning one lets me do that. Let me put right there and clone 2. Okay, put it right there and clone another one. So I think I want to clear that path of bombs. First, let me get this chip. I didn't get it before, and that probably hindered the path. Yeah, there we go. That worked out. Alright, so now I just gotta do it again. But I can use the block. Okay, I can use the block to finish. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, what do we got here? Got ourselves a little bit of a block thing that I don't know how to do. Okay, so I got a block cloner. Now what do I want to do with this block cloner? So I go up with it. Okay, so if I clone another block, it'll go right there. So what I think I want to do is I want to get a block right there. And push it up. And then go around. This is a little strange. Okay, let me put this practice in action, so to say. So if I do that, and I clone another one. Okay, I clone another one. Do that. Well, that just basically traps that block, so let's just oof it against the force floor. Okay, so redo this. Apparently there's still a slide delay even though I oofed it against the force floor. Okay, so if I do that... Now I could break this, so to say, and ram it up against this force floor right here. Up here. And just clone another block, or move that out of the way and clone another block, and then nail right there to get across. But this is a Lynx compatible set, and I want to try to figure this out as a Lynx solution, even though I'm playing an MS. If I can at least figure it out, I'll most likely pull it off the MS only way, but I want to try to avoid doing that just out of respect for this set and keeping the Lynx rule set in mind. So this has to be done in Lynx somehow. I'm trying to figure out how. There must be a way. There must be a way to save a block in here, from what it looks like. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this one. Because this force floor right here is my only way out of this whole section. So if I block that off with a block, I can't. I lose my access to the clone machine, and can't get more blocks to nail across. And that is obviously the goal here. I think I see what to do. I think you have to nail across this and then go back and clone and get another one and then push it across. I think that's what you do. So let me try that. I think that's how you do this in links. So you do that and then you do this. Okay. Yeah, that's how you do it. Thankfully, putting a block right there didn't screw me up. And since I solved it, I'm just going to oof it right there, just so in case I need to go down. Which I don't think I need to, but I'm doing it anyway. Whoa, that was strange. Okay, nice use of this section. Okay, good. That was a little weird. Okay, so what do I want to go? I guess I want to go down. Okay, so we got our last room here. And a lot of buttons kind of indicate to me that this is either a walker cloner or a blob cloner. So... Oh, a blob cloner? Oh, that's not nice. Are you serious, though? Are you serious? How did that clone... How did that clone... Oh, because I went boom, boom. Okay, I was about to say, how did that clone 3, but... I'm just going to go ahead and say that is a pretty horrible hint placement. And I don't feel too bad about the hint placement I have in one of my walls of CCLP4 levels. Which reminds me that I was meaning to bring this up in the video. So at the moment I have 35 levels in walls of CCLP4, and I know JB released his so far version of walls of CCLP1 with 26 levels, and I kind of consider doing something similar with walls of CCLP4. However, I thought of a different process that I think I might want to try doing instead, since well, technically I've done this before in the past with some of my sets, like Josh L4 and 5, I believe, and I think the first iterative version of Josh L6, the 90 level version. However, I haven't done it since then. I didn't do it with the full 149 version of Josh L6. I haven't done it with I didn't do anything with Josh L7. Josh L7 was a whole work in progress of my own, except with the 12 level version I released before I debated on Josh L7 being a actual thing. But other than that, I haven't done this in a while. What I was thinking about doing is, instead of just releasing a first version of the set, it's not what I wanted there, but okay. It's not, again, that's not what I wanted, but I needed it to happen. Oh, come on! I don't like that section. It sucks because I solved the level. I basically got to the end. Oh, I'm so irritated. I don't like that trap room. I'm standing by that. I highly dislike that trap room. But anyway, what I was where I was going with that was I am open to the possibility of having some playtesters for my Walls of CCLP3 set instead of releasing it on CC Zone as a first version, because I'm trying to remember how I went about this. If anyone is willing to want to playtest what I have made so far in Walls of CCLP3, do contact me on Discord, or if you have to, CC Zone. Because instead of me like announcing on Discord, like, oh, who wants to playtest Walls of CCLP3 for me, I think it's better just to have people actually express interest in wanting to do so, because asking for it lately, me asking for things isn't really going my way in the community. I don't know why, and this is another thing that's been kind of bothering me, but there was a time where I remember posting level previews and all that stuff and getting all sorts of hype and everything. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore these days, and I don't get why. I don't know if it's like a sense of pride or just not feeling an obligation to provide helpful feedback of any kind, or what. I don't know what it is, but it bothers me, and I'm not ashamed to say it bothers me. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I posted a level preview a couple days ago of a level I made using the walls of Home Alone, Lost in Chip City, and the whole thing, even though I, you know, used a specific portion of a level for a part of the level I made, the whole thing got completely ignored, and that's why I didn't get the chip earlier. Oh my god, this is so freaking stupid. Like, I'm gonna provide my feedback when I actually solve this freaking level. But anyway, the level I made, like, I posted a preview of it, and it just got completely ignored. And I still don't know why to this day. I don't expect like feedback on every single thing I post, but I mean, and I don't want to seem like I'm upset because I didn't get feedback on it, because that's not the point. The point is like, I don't know why it didn't get feedback. Like, was it something bad, or was it something unappealing, or like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. It's just that sense of, I guess, insecurity, I guess, even though it really isn't. Like, I'm perfectly content with my level design style, even though it might not be everyone's thing or everyone's taste. You know, I'm perfectly content with the way I design levels. I don't really feel like I design badly anymore. Unless it's intentional, and then if that's the case, it's a completely different situation. But I don't know. It's like there's a lot of things going on in the community at the moment that just makes me wonder why. And there was another incident where I rejected a level from my walls of CCLP3 set because it didn't fully use the quote-unquote walls of the level. The level being marooned, which only used the water and the actual walls that the level had, but it removed like 3 tiles of the water and to make the level a little bit more interesting, and it turned out to be semi-busted, but that's not the point. But I had posted it on there to see if I can get some kind of feedback on the level, to see if I should put it back in my set or not. And once again, the whole thing just got completely ignored. Even though I had announced that it was in my reject set, and I had announced that I was wanting some kind of feedback on it, it never got any. And again, it ties into that whole, like, why? Like, if I wasn't asking for it, I wouldn't be upset, obviously. But I asked nicely for feedback. I really needed it to know for sure if it was worth putting back in my set or not, and it just got completely ignored. And a score report got reported for it, which is fine. Again, not the point, but a score report got reported for it. Another person confirmed the report, and just the lack of feedback, even though I made it evident I wanted feedback, the lack of feedback I got on the level just kind of sealed the level's fate. Which, to be completely honest, I didn't care for the level, so it most likely would have stayed rejected regardless. But that's not, again, not the point. The point is the principle of just asking for something and not getting it is just, I just find that completely rude. Like, okay, I feel like you have to do that. I just find that completely rude. Like, I'm sorry if that makes said person upset, but I do. Like, if someone asks for something to help them out, unless it's what's the word I want to use? Unless it's asking for too much, which in this case, I don't see how it was asking for too much. But I don't know. I just found that completely rude. Okay, I'm just collecting the chips. Forget the hint. But yeah, I don't know. It's like it doesn't motivate me to really ask for anything anymore, like, or show off level images or previews anymore, because just to me it just seems like no one cares, which I don't know why. I mean, I realize it's CC1 stuff and half of the community is like into CC2 and only CC2, which is, I really want to rant about that as well, but I'm already almost at 50 minutes now because of this level. So I'm kind of semi wanting to keep that into another video. But the point is, I feel like the CC2 players, or the people that are only for CC2 and that's it, like, I remember when it first came out and everyone was hyped about CC2 being released, and then all of a sudden, you know, the whole thing about whether or not CC1 should still be alluded to or not, you know, the whole that whole ordeal thing basically It made the CC2 players made it seem like the people that stuck with CC1 like basically ignored CC2 because they weren't used to it. They didn't really understand the game. When in the reality of it nowadays, it seems like it's the opposite. The people that prefer CC2 completely ignore CC1 as if it doesn't exist. And I understand CC2 is quote unquote better. It has more to offer, it has more you can do with it. But as Jeffrey has said, that doesn't mean it's a better game. It doesn't make it a better thing to work with. There's more to do with it, yes, but is that necessarily better? Not to everyone, and to me, it doesn't really mean it's better. It just means you have more options. Some people like that. I like the fact you have more options to do with CC2. Do I? But I'm not really designing much for CC2 because of all the issues the game has, all the glitches and all that stuff that are still being worked on to this day. And I don't know, like, I kind of wish the whole split would just kind of fade away. Like, the people that like CC2, that's cool, you like CC2, you prefer it, but don't ignore CC1 deliberately. Like, I don't see, like, in my opinion, that doesn't make you a real fan of the game. If you like Chips Challenge 2 or 1, you should like the former or the latter. I still like Chips Challenge 2. I'm not hating on it in any way, I don't think. I joke around every once in a while that, oh, you know, such a great game with all the issues it has. But yeah, I'm gonna keep ranting on about it. I'm gonna end it right there, hopefully. But the point is, I really wish the split between CC1 and CC2 was just ended already. Like, the CC2 people, if for whatever reason you are watching this, appreciate CC1 a little bit more, because there's clearly stuff that can be done still with this game. If anything, this set proves it. The set I'm working on proves it. Josh L7 proves it. And any other person that is designing for CC1, JB, Lessenath, or however you pronounce his username, there's still some stuff to do with CC1. So you should kind of appreciate that. And likewise, we should all appreciate CC2. I do. I'm just waiting for all the issues to be resolved, if they ever will be. Because I don't want to waste my time designing a potential good level for CC2 and just to find out a glitch completely ruins the level. And some of the stuff I've seen in CC2 just doesn't really scream awesome to me. So anyway, about this level, Plea City. I don't know how I feel about this level, honestly. I liked everything but that trap room. Like, that trap room completely ruined my experience with this level. I hate to say that. I like this glider room. I honestly don't care for it either, but because it's the very first room you do, I got used to it. Therefore, it didn't bother me that much. Did the level feel tedious at all? Not really. That block puzzle was pretty cool. The bug room was small, much like this room right here. And everything else just kind of flowed nicely. I don't really agree with the hint placement, but again, there's a level I have in my walls of CCLP4 set that has a potential bad hint placement as well, so I feel a little better about the hint placement in that level, since this one had a pretty bad one as well. But yeah, that trap room, I'm not a fan whatsoever. Sorry. But yeah, otherwise it was a great level, but that trap room just completely ruined it for me. Anyway, we're gonna end off a really long video because of my dumbass messing up at the very end of it, the last one. But that was my fault. I take full responsibility of that being my fault, just because I was curious about reading a hint that I already knew said, but I still wanted to read it just to showcase it being read. Which it was read for a brief moment, and then a blob completely killed me. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video off right here. We're gonna play torpedo cataloging for fun and profit in the next video. Which I'm actually looking forward to playing this, because this uses the bombs of detonation station, which is actually pretty impressive, if I have to say so. But we're gonna do that in the next one. Anything I said in this video that is gonna result in some kind of mean-ish comment or lashback towards me, I'm gonna be straightforward with you. I don't like confrontations at all. I'm not a confrontational type of person. Any kind of confrontation I do receive, I try to get away from or try to make it better as soon as possible. Just because it makes me shaky, it makes me feel antsy, it makes me want to go off on the person, and I don't want to do that. I have a lot of respect for a lot of members in this community. I don't want to go off on anyone because of some comment I made, and they lash at me because of some comment I made. That happened a lot on the CCLP4 staff, and I regret all the moments I had about that, but that was in the CCLP4 LP. Go watch that if you want to. But if I said anything that makes you mad at me or whatever, I apologize in advance. I didn't mean it as a way to complain about things or anything like that, or complain about people in the community or any one person in particular. Just some things that occur in this community, I don't understand. It used to not be that way. I don't know why it's like that now. That's all that was. I wish it was different. I guess that's the only thing. But yeah, I just want to feel more motivated and encouraged to do things in this community, not discouraged and whatnot. And posting stuff or asking for stuff that could help you, that could benefit you in the long run, and not getting any at all. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It doesn't matter now. The rant over. See you guys later. Sorry for the hour video, but hopefully you had nothing better to do. We'll see you guys next time.